Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my creative playground. Today, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the Oh Holy Night suite of products, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I've made two fun cards, and I was just going to show you how to cut and assemble this particular card. And I love this one as well. This has got this that folds out. And so these cards are made with the Oh Holy Night suite of products. And let me show you those. So there's some beautiful, beautiful dies that show the manger scene, you know, the Christmas manger scene, and it's got camels and horses and donkeys and some sheep up here as well. And then there's a second set of dies that does 3D stars that are gorgeous, and you can emboss the stars and then you can use your dies to cut them out of the embossed image. And then the two different sets that go with this are the Stars at Night set, so you can also stamp some of the stars. There's a couple of leaves and things, there's some holiday greetings, and then there's also this Night Divine, which is just beautiful. I love the script on this set, and there's just some really, really pretty Christmas sentiments with that set. This paper really makes it too, since it has the desert, the evening sky with the bright stars, and you can see the desert and kind of a trail through the desert. And then the backside is a generic design. There's more desert here with another design. There's a starry sky, which is beautiful. Another sky. And then the town of Bethlehem. And more sky with stars, and then some more stars here. So there's a lot you can do with this set. And there's also this really nice designer paper, specialty paper that goes with it. There's this Very Vanilla that is embossed with gold. These beautiful leaves, some stars, and these are all white on the back. They're just one-sided. Some more stars, and then this beautiful piece. So this is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous paper. It really, really does help make the cards, but these are just beautiful cards. So what I have done here is I've kind of recreated the scene of the wise men and the shepherds with their sheep and the camels coming to see the baby Jesus, and I built the creche over on the right hand side, and then I made this beautiful bookmark to go with this, with the specialty paper. And then on this card, same thing. I did the wise men and the shepherds finding their way into Bethlehem. I did one of the beautiful stars, which I layered with the gold foil and the Very Vanilla. And then I have the town of Bethlehem here, and then again I used the creche, and then I put all these little stars up on top that pop out. So this one uses a combination of two card bases, and so let me show you that quickly, how to put that together, and then I will post everything out on my website, stampwithmarilyn.com. And if you are not on my mailing list, you can go out to stampwithmarilyn.com and sign up for my mailing list, and then you will receive my weekly newsletter. Okay, so this is a piece of boho blue, and the first thing I'm going to do is score it down the middle, and I'm not going to cut, I'm going to score. And then I'm going to cut this at 5.5. And that is going to give me the two card bases. So now that I've cut these, I'm just going to fold these on the score line so that I have two card bases. Okay, so it's going to look like that. And now what you would do is you would cut the designer paper that you want to 4 inches by 5 1/4, so just a standard piece of designer paper, and you would cut one piece, a second piece. If you can, if you work this correctly, you can make this second piece work for the third piece also, because you can flip it, but you have to kind of do it correctly. You need a 4th piece, a 5th piece, and a 6th piece. So you need 6 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/2, and let me show you. So for the first piece, I'm going to use the top of this. Okay, so I have cut my 2 pieces and folded them in half to make the 2 card bases. And now what I'm going to do is cut this piece diagonally from here to here, and that's going to create this, which will go, as you can see, like that. So let me grab my cutter, and all I'm going to do is I'm putting this top corner in here, and I'm putting this bottom corner down here in this cutting ridge, and then make sure that's all lined up. Okay, and then there we go. So we have these 2 triangles left, and we now have this piece. And so what we're going to do is this piece is going to go like this, and that's what makes that triple fold card. So let me show you just the basics of how I put this together, and then obviously you can see I'll be decorating it the same way as I'm decorating this one. Okay, so I have the starry sky. That's going to be my first page. Now you could add another layer to this. That is just going to make it thicker though. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to put the wise men here. So I'm going to cut this one in half from here to here, like this, and then that will create that piece. Shouldn't have put my cutter away. Okay, so the biggest thing here is just to line up the pieces as you go. Okay, and I need this part. That's going to go on here. And I like to make sure that I have these points so that they don't peel up. That will go like that. Okay, and now what I wish was that, so this would go like this, that you could use this, but it's backwards. So I have that other piece that has the desert on it, so I'm going to cut this diagonally like that. No, wait, is that right? Hold on a minute. Okay, let me go back and look here. Okay, so I have the other piece that has the desert, and then I have, that's what I forgot. So this is going to go like this. I forgot this inside piece. There we go. And we're going to put that. And I don't think that will work either. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I need this. I'm going to cut this like so. That's what I did. I cut the desert down and I made a triangle of very vanilla. So I'm going to now cut a piece of Very Vanilla to 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and I want to use that as my inside piece. So I want to make sure I cut that going this way. There we go. And now I'm going to use that on this inside piece. And then I am going to cut my desert here, cut along my desert. So this piece will go here. So it's a matter of looking at how you want these to go with your scene and your designer paper, and then planning it out, laying it out before you start working on it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this desert here. Or can I use that? I don't have enough of a piece on that. Yeah, I don't have enough. Okay. So I'm going to cut. I don't need that piece. So I'll put this on here, like that. And then it would probably have been easier if I had put this on first before I made this diagonal cut, but I didn't do that. So now I'm going to cut here. There we go, and that works. Okay, so I have the inside of this piece, I have the back side of this piece, and now the third side of this piece is right here. So I want that to have the city on it. So I have a piece here that has the city, and what I'm going to do is cut that diagonally. This part is going to go on the inside, and then this part will go on the outside. And it will make sense in a minute. So I want to cut it from this way to this way. So you always want to make sure that you're cutting it in the correct direction. So this is going to go on here. Grab that corner. I should have used glue. Glue would be working better. Okay. Wash my mat off later and get all the glue residue off. Okay, so now this piece is going to go on the inside here. Okay, so let's open this up, and this would go right here. There we go. So I'm going to line that up. Okay, now this part, we want this to be either a pocket, well, not either. We want this part to be a pocket so that we can put a bookmark, or we can put a message in there, or we can put gift cards or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some Terran tape, and we're going to put that down along here, because, and we don't want to do anything with this edge because we want that edge to be able to open. And then we're going to put that like this, and that's what holds our piece together. So it will look like that. And then this last piece here, and then I'll cut the creche, the manger, and cut the images out, and we will decorate that. Okay, oops, I want to get that. There we go. That lined up. Okay, so there's our pieces. So the last piece that we need to do is put this on. So let me show you that. So I have a roll of tear and tape. And this is a very narrow one, and I believe this came out of a paper pumpkin kit, because I always have lots of these laying around after paper pumpkin comes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tear and tape right along this edge here. And the great thing about tear and tape is it's very easy to rip. And here's my tape. So now I'm going to put a piece going along here. Okay. And all we're going to do is just pull this up. Did I get the whole thing? I got the whole thing. My nail didn't get under there. There we go. Okay. And now we're just going to lay this down. So we want this to line up. So I have the fold line right here, the score line. So I'm going to lay that score line just to the left of the card so that it folds correctly, and then line up the bases. Oops, hold on. Not quite. I think I need to turn it this way. You'd think I've already done this a few times that I would be able to, but sometimes it's harder to go back and do it a second time. Okay, so I'm just going to put some pressure on that here and press that down. Okay, and there's our city of Bethlehem. And here is our pocket. And so I would just add the creche and the pieces to that. So that is how you cut and assemble this particular card. And what I did was I decorated the stars. I used some rhinestone jewels for the front. I cut some of the people out to make the wise men. This is one image, so I stamped it a few times. So I cut the family out and then used the wise men that are part of this on the other sides over here. And you could also use them as shepherds. So, and I did add a walking stick here so that this one looks like a shepherd. This one is carrying a present for the baby Jesus and all of that. So that is how I put this card together. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Take care.